What's up, guys? In today's episode, we are going to talk about width and height in Tailwind CSS. So, if you understand width and height well, you are already getting very close to build a real professional layout. Here, let's start with width, which control how wide an element is. In Tailwind CSS with utility classes, start with a W. Just create a div, then I'll demonstrate it to you. Here, create a div class. We want this div to have a bg of blue, then 500, then text white, press enter. Then to start, I'll just give it, because the width utility class start with W, then dash, you give the width you want. Here I want this to have the width of 0. Start the then width, let's say 32. I'll just for this one I'll put 30, 32. Then I'll press enter. I didn't even run this project. Open the terminal, then npm run dev. I'll just run this. Now the project is open. Then you can see already we have a width 32 with a blue background. That means we can control this. I just copy, then I just put it side by side. Then we'll be seeing what we are doing. Now we have to, let me change the color of this one. Maybe just put purple. Then I'll press enter. Purple, small type here. Then here you can see it. But if you want, as I said, the utility class start with W, then you can put 0. Then when I'll press, you'll see that here now we have the width of 0. But if we don't specify any width, for example, here, if I don't give any width, you will see this will go at the end, because div is a block element. It will occupy all the space available. It will take all the screen. But once I give a precise, I give a fixed width, you will see that it will take the width. So here we have 0. If I want, I can just put, for example, 5. You will see how small. Yes, you can see how small it is. So let me increase it, maybe 15. So you can see it here. It's still small. I'll just put 30, and we'll have, let's say here we have now 30. So let's take the next one. For all these classes, if you want to know more about them, you can just check their, as I used to say, their docs, which is excellent. Then next, let us put maybe 50, or let's say 64. Yes, and if you understand, Tailwind provides, I think the Swift goes up to 96, I think, which is like 24 RAM, something like that. And if you want to experiment with them, just go check their docs. You will get a lot of precision about the the number you want to use here. I think that it go up to 96. They try it and we'll see. Yes, but just go there, you will check the how the scale, how the progression is for the width. Here I want just to show you that how you can use the class width. It start with W, then dash, then give the width you want. Now Tailwind does not only give you fixed size, it also gives you flexible size. To demonstrate that, I'll just create another div, take div, then put this one, give it a BG, let's say black. Then inside I will have another div, let's say um, full width. Then press enter. You can see here this one take all the the screen, occupy all the screen. But here inside I can also have another here BG, let me see the blue. Then let's say text white, text, oh my god, text dash white. Then here what I want is, for example, for the width you may want, I wrote width, you may want to have for this in a div, this children or child div, to have only, let's say, 96 of its parent. So you can see here now we have it takes only 96 as width, and you may want this inner width to occupy all its parent width. For that, Tailwind provides a utility class. You can just write w dash full. Then you can see now this child occupies all the space of its parent. I think that you get a point of uh, this width. If you want, you can use 50, which occupies only is in the width. It occupies only 50. But if you want, for example, to take all the space, to take all the space of its parent, you can just put W, then you see here it occupies all the space of its parent, with as its parent is a block element, it takes all the space. But if here, for example, I put W then 30, you will see this one also will follow. It will be occupying the full width of its parent. I think you get a point. Yeah. Yes, next point is the height. Height control how tall an element is. And Tailwind height classes start with H dash. That H stands for height. Let me give you just an example. Here, we'll just create a div. Oh, let me just copy what we already do. Just copy and paste. Then I'll remove this. Then here, let's write fixed height. Then here I want a red color, and also I'll just set the height. I'll put it here, beginning h dash to set the height, h dash 32, let's say 32. Then you can see how the height of this element increases. And you can also, I think you can go up to 96. Just give some example here. For example, you may want to have a height of 4, and here the color just want 100. Then here the color I just want 700. You can put any color you want here. This is just for sake of the example to make some difference, to differentiate those div I'm creating right now. You can see how it looks now. For example, here I may put 8, then 60, then 32, then the last one I want just to be to be 60, 64. They change here 4, 8, then 60, then 32, then 60, 64. Oh, those colors look like the same. Let's put blue here. Gonna see the difference. Where is the 500? Yes, you can see here 4, then we have 8, then here let me put yes, you can see the height of an element. So the height will set the height. We already talked about the width. Then you may want a height which take the full height of its parent. For that, we did the same for the width. We just copy this, and this time we'll just, it's not for the width, but for the height is exactly the same. But this time we'll start with h, then full, then this will take the full height of its parent. Imagine the height of its parent is h dash 96. Let's say 96. Then you can see how it takes the full height of its parent. Here is how you can make a flexible height. This height will be depending with the its parent height. If its parent height, for example, is 30, it will occupy all the width of its parent. But for example, if here I have, for example, a fixed height, for example, 15, so you can see how it occupies, because its parent has a black background, so you can see that black here, because here we give it a fixed a fixed height. But if we want all the time to be its width to depend on its parent width, so for that we should just give full. Yeah, you can see now it occupies all its parent width. Yeah, all its parent height. I want to say we already talked about width, now is height. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of time you'll be using width and height together. For example, here, just create a div, then give it a very small type. Then let's say it has the width of 32, then height also of 32. Then bg loop 6, no, 5, let's say 500. Then we'll just go here, go there, then just write score box, then I press enter. You can't see it, but let me, I put it on the wrong place. It should be inside this. I think still small, let's say 90, let's say 80. We create score. Oh, I can't see it, but yes, I think maybe I should comment this. Let's take this, then get a space, because you can't see it right now. You can see now, but still too small. Let me increase the size. Then let's say 64%. We can't increase the size. I don't know why. Yes, I made a small mistake here. Oh, here also we have div. Yes. Now because we didn't finish, instead of div we just write di instead of v at the end. We didn't put v at the end. Now you can get the score, but I'll just reduce it to 32. Then you can see the square box is there. I may want also a rectangle box. Just right here, rectangle box. For that, you just give a yellow color here, then and put width of 64. Then just save. Then you can see here we have the square box and rectangle box is how you can use width and height in Tailwind CSS. Sometimes you do not want a fixed size. You may want something that depends on the parent container. That is where percentage-based classes come in. For example, here I'll create a div which will only occupy half of the width of its parent. Here we'll have div which bg is rate 500. Then I want its width to be 96. Then inside I have a, let's say, to have just a paragraph. Then lorem, let's say 20. Then I'll press enter. Then you can see it here already. But here, just copy this first of all, this class, because I don't want to type it again. Yes, here, let's say we have a blue color. And you can observe now, by default, this paragraph, it occupies the full width of its parent. Sometimes we may want this to occupy only the 50% of its parent, just half. For that, Tailwind provide a utility class, so just need to write with -1, then /2. Then I don't get it. Let's say for normally let me change, because I think that is no, let's say 12. Why is not working? Class like last time, very small typo. Yes, we already, just stupid mistake. We already has a width, so I put it for the second time. So now you can see, because I was checking why it was not working. So let's increase it to 45, but instead of giving those fixed size, we may want just to hit the child to occupy just 50% of its parent. For that, Tailwind provide the utility class. You just need to write 1/2. Then you will see it will occupy the 50% of its parent. This makes the element take half of the available width. I've already shown you these utility classes. If we want full, we can just do this. You can see now it take the full width of its parent. But we can use percentages if we want, for example, occupy just half of it. Not only half, we have also, we can just put 3. You can see. We can also put just 4. See how small it is now. I don't know if I put 1. Yes, if you put 1, it will just occupy the full space of it. Parent 2 is 50%. Then 3, I don't know, 75, I don't know. But try to play with it in your side, and you will get the logic. Yes, I think you understand how we can use percentages to make the child width to be relative to its parent. For example, here we may want it to have just 50. That's what we did. 100%, then 55, or 75, 95. Just try to play with these utility classes. Yeah, I think you get the point. Yes, Tailwind also lets you size element based on the screen size. For the width, you have W-screen. And for height, you have h dash string. I'll just give an example here. Div, oh my god, div, then class. If I want an element to occupy all the width of the screen, I'll just w dash screen. Then for the height is h screen, and I want it to have a slit bg dash slit dash 900, and I want the text be white, and I press enter. You can see now how this occupies all the width of the screen and all the height. And you can do that in Tailwind by using these utility classes w dash screen and w dash a and h dash screen. This will occupy the full width, and this will occupy the full height of the screen. And this trick is very common for your section in when you are making a landing page, full screen, the full screen layout. Yeah. In Tailwind CSS, we have also min width and max width. Min width and max width utilities is used to control the boundary of an element in size. They dictate how small or how large an element can grow or can become. Then max width, that's the opposite. It prevents it to go beyond a size we gave it. For example, here we gave 500 pixels. So the element can grow, but when it will reach 500, it will not go beyond, or it will not be greater than 500 pixels. We can say that max width is setting the ceiling. Min width is setting the floor, and max width the ceiling. So here I will show you how it behaves in the browser. You see, when I'll just make it bigger. So we'll start resizing. When it will reach 400, it will not go beyond or below. It will not go below 400. So you will see here, I will start resize. Then when I will reach 400, you see here is 4.3. I can even change it. So let me put 400. So when I reach this, you will see that even if I resize, it's not changing here. It's not changing. It will stay like that. It will stay at 400. Then for max width, you can see here is 500. So it can, here, it shrink, but it will not go below 400. But here, we can resize it, can become wide, but it will not go above or beyond 500. So you can see here as when it will reach 500, so I just you can see is changing, but when it reach 500, is not growing again. Stop. So I can even change the number here. I'll put 600. Then you can see the difference. I save. Then you can see 400. It stopped. When it reach 400, it stops shrinking. But when it reach 500, 600, now you can see now 500 still growing, but when it reach 6, you see, it's not growing again. So that's the idea beyond uh, mean width and max width. It gives you control on your design, how you want things to look on your web page. Yes, I think that you get a point. Yes, before talking about arbitrary width and height, we have also the same idea for height and for mean height and max height. Mean height, it will not go below the height you want, and max height, it will not go above or beyond the height you want. Is exactly the same idea that I explained to you here in mean width and max width. Is exactly the same, but here is dealing with the mean, the height, and here you are dealing with the height. Yes, but now we are going to talk about arbitrary value, because Tailwind also provide a way to have the exact control that you want on your width. For that, you can use arbitrary value or custom width. For example, if I want custom width, I can just give W, then 300 pixel. Then if I want height, I can dash square bracket, then 200 pixel. Then I want a BG, a background of blue, of blue 500. Then I want white text. Then instead I'll just write custom size box. It is what it is. Then I just go in the browser here, just remove this, and you can see now we have a custom size. If I want, I can, let me put it still on one side. Then if I want, I can even increase this. Yes, 600. You see now it grow bigger. And here for the height, I can also give 700. Yes, you can see. Yes, I think you get an idea of how to work with width and height in Tailwind CSS. But if you want to get more detail about width and height, don't hesitate to go in the docs where you can get more precision. Here I want just to show you how to work with those width and height. But if you want to learn more, check the docs. Yes, I think we finish. See you next.